Alright, what's up guys? Thought I'd record this. Gotta pay for Subaru somehow, so bought myself a BMW. Not really. I'm fixing this for a coworker. He's got a 2001 BMW X5 4.4 i1. So he's got a cracked radiator on the plastic housing on the side, so told him I'd buy the parts for him if he gave me the money. So there's a new radiator. Got some new coolant to go in. Got two of them. Gotta mix these with distilled water. Should take both of them or 1.5 of the jugs. Alright, what's up guys? I just picked up the BMW X5 for my coworker. I'm working on a new radiator, coolant flush. So you just saw me get those in the mail. I'm just kind of driving this home right now. And yeah, first BMW I've ever driven. It's got some nice beats. There's definitely a nice little CD in here to listen to. I'm just kind of jamming right now.
Come these fucking cars, nigga. Believe that. You know me, I don't need no introduction to shit. High business round the city on buttons, ya bitch. All penny wrist banging, just hunting and shit. Drop the top block inside, stay bumping, ya bitch. Get your entrance, get it right, don't tangle and twist it.
So yeah, just got the X5 here, and it's pissing cool. Yeah, a little steamy. You can see where the leak is right there. He attempted to patch it up with like some AutoZone crack repair, but obviously it's not working. So alright, it's the next day. My shit set. So far, taking off this intake that leads into this, and pop the plastic clips off here, and plastic brackets holding them on too. Kind of wiggle it. From what I've read online, I'm gonna have to disconnect. Well, I need to drain it first, and then down there is there's a unit with like 3 hoses, and that connects to the transmission cooler, I believe. Going off the top of my head from what I read last night, 3 in the morning. So drain coolant, disconnect lines. Apparently this top radiator hose and the lower radiator hose are going to be a little bitch. Really hoping I don't break these, but we'll see what happens with that. Before I even get to any of this, I gotta crawl under, remove the splash tray, and hopefully it goes smoothly from there. And then disconnect this, and then I'm not sure exactly if I can push it out, pull it up without removing the clutch fan. I read online you can remove these tabs, move this forward, and then pull it out, but it looks like the radiator's hooked up to this front fan, so I'm gonna have to see what to do with that. Yeah, I'm going to drain the coolant and then probably give you guys a look underneath the car. Okay, kind of lied. Forgot to show you guys what I did, but here's the plastic under tray. And here are all the bolts, or yeah, no plastic clips here. Alright, this is the driver's side, underneath the car. That blue tab right here, I think it's a 7mm. You unscrew that and then all the coolant drains out. And then from there, I let it empty itself. Came back up top.
undid this cap, then disconnected this that was on here, and disconnected this which was here. And then to get the radiator hoses off, it'll be sitting on this like that. You're gonna have to take a screwdriver, and there's a little divot here. You just kind of pull that up, and then when it's stuck up, you're gonna have to wrench or wiggle it out pretty hard. It's not easy. I went with the up-down motion, pulling it away, and I'm really trying not to break these hoses because that's gonna fucking suck. But the top one came off. It was really difficult to get off, so I'm a little worried about this bottom one. So from there, I figured out why the fans are still connected to the radiator. There's some Torx nuts that go here and here. And then took that up. The T25 Torx. And then I kind of disconnected it from the front electric fan, looks like. So hypothetically, oh, and I had to get these 3 plastic clips off. So I believe I should be able to pull it once I get the lower radiator hose off, and then disconnect all this crap. I think there's a bolt and a plastic clip holding this to the radiator, and then disconnect those hoses. I think there's one more hose on the driver's side down here I gotta get, and then I should be able to just pull it up, and then slide the new one in, and then reconnect everything. So, see how the other radiator hose goes. Yeah, alright. So we're underneath the dirty BMW. Get it to focus somehow. Alright, so you can kind of see where we are right now. Here's the fan shroud, this black bit. Then you can kind of see the radiator tab here where the fan shroud kind of drops into. There's I think 2 or 3. There's no room under here. You can kind of see it move up when I press here. Yeah. So I know the fan shroud's disconnected that way. There you go. There's the radiator. And then there's this hose back here. Not sure how to get this off. I'm not even sure if it's connected to the radiator. I believe it is. Feels like it. So find out how to twist that off. I haven't gotten a good look. It's right underneath the coolant drains, and I don't want to get shit in my eye. I did find, I believe, it's too close. So crawling underneath the passenger side, and you look straight up, you got this funky thing going on. I believe this is the transmission cooler, because it's got a bunch of hoses going into it, and it's connected to this plastic housing here. Oh, sorry, runny nose. I read online, it says there's a clip and a Torx bolt holding this whole plastic assembly to the actual radiator. I believe I just found the plastic clip, so I'm going to pull this, and I see the Torx nut, but it's up top, just above the driver's side, or the lower radiator hose, so probably get that. And then literally, I believe the only thing holding this radiator back is the lower radiator hose, which you can see right there. So yeah, haven't removed the fan clutch pulley thing, and haven't torn the whole thing apart to get this, but If the lower radiator hose is as bad as the top was, then this should be interesting. The progress has slowed. I don't know if you can see that. That little skinny thing right there. The shadow is. That whole thing is the clamp holding that on. Cannot reach up in there, so what I did was grab a zip tie, put my hand through here, all the way down, and kind of slip the zip tie underneath. Kind of slipped it under, like from here, and then pulled it through with the pliers. These ones, and then once the bracket was kind of on the middle of the zip tie, use this one and this one, grab both sides of the zip tie and pulled up. Got it to disengage. The Torx bolt is also in the shot. If you can see it right about there. I can't get that today. I'm gonna need a swivel joint or something. I can reach it. I can get my small ratchet in there. Sorry about that. There's kids behind me. But there's like a plug in this little box in the way of the ratchet, so you can't really get it straight to start loosening it. But I believe that's the last part. Well, that's the last thing I gotta loosen, and then I actually have to take the radiator hose itself off, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, I will pick this up when I have the Torx bolt off, I guess. Maybe pick it up when I get the radiator hose out, if it doesn't take all day. Okay, it's the next day. Took the airbox off. That's just the bolt right here, holding the whole thing down. And then I just undid all these clips, took the top off, and then the rest follows. As you can see, got a lot more room. You can see, you can't really see, it's kind of dark. There's the bolt I gotta take out, and the radiator hose is right next, or right below it, right underneath that box. So a little more room to work with. Thinking about taking this whole thing off, but yeah, see what I can reach right now. Okay, so I had some luck. You can see right there, lower radiator hose is disconnected, and that bolt, a little Torx bolt, is about to come out. So the radiator is about to be free. Once I get that Torx bolt undone, that'll be the last thing holding anything down. You can see it right there. Let me get it to focus. You see right there, that plastic housing right here is connected by that Torx bolt and a plastic bolt on the bottom side. But other than that, I believe that will be the last of the hosing and crap holding this down. So, push the fan cover forward, disconnected some of these plugs from the plastic, just had some more room to work with. And so definitely move that air box. Gave me a lot more room to get to pry off the lower radiator hose. I used these little thingies with a bit with the bend in them. Really helped get that prying action going. I was very, very light on this hose. I really did not want to break it, and I didn't. The plastic housing surrounding it's still in one piece. So, yeah. Alright, we're on the driver's side underneath the car. I forgot this one hose kind of runs across and up to the passenger side. It's connected to the little bracket here. Just kind of sits in here. So forgot that hose. I believe that's the last one. You can see the little pin that you have to pull back to unhook it from the radiator. Do my little zip tie trick. Slip the zip tie under there because I can't get a screwdriver in this little space because all mine are too big. I'm just gonna do that. So this should come off now. Then radiator is free. Alright, got it out. Yeah, I was right. There's just one hose holding it on here. And then a lot of wiggling. Finally came out. You can see the, yeah, you can see the crack. It's been leaking. Looks like our cheap little repair didn't work for them. So, good thing we got that thing. Had some coolant left in it, not a lot. I'm sure I could get more out, but deal with that later. Yeah, the plastic housings on the side of the radiator were getting caught up on all these side brackets, like this plastic trim that goes all the way down there. Like it was getting caught right about here, that little groove or bend inwards. So kind of like twisting it this way and that way, and pulling up on this side, and then follow up on this side. This side wasn't that bad. It was just the lower driver's side hose was getting caught on the fan shroud. So once I moved that, it wasn't too bad. I got a little caught up here. Major problem was on this side. So hopefully it goes back in smoother than it came out. Did that solo. Might ask for a second pair of hands. Just hold stuff back towards the engine, like the trans cooler in this freaking fan shroud. So yeah, halfway there. Hopefully installation isn't a little bitch. Alright guys, it's the next day, and I just went ahead and got this all buttoned up. I was gonna record before I put all the plastic back on. I did get it in, you can see it right there. It went in pretty easily. I was just going really slow, I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to crack the new radiator before it's even in. I didn't have a lot of problems putting it back in. I did run into a problem with the radiator hoses though. Particularly this plastic housing. I don't know if it's worn and the O-ring on the inside's just done, because I could see one in there. I'm not sure if the aftermarket radiator is too small of the housing or what. I'm thinking this radiator hose is just old and worn, expanded a lot, so it's a little bigger than this. So I'd start the car and there'd be a lot of coolant dripping out the bottom here because there's no there's a little space in between the radiator neck and the hose plastic housing. But I did manage to fix that. Sorry my voice is a little shaky. It's been raining a lot lately, so that's why there hasn't been a lot of Subaru videos. But yeah, the Subaru's running. I thought I'd throw that in. But I got some silicone tape and wrapped one layer around the radiator and then just pulled this over. It was a tight fit, so it's working now. I was driving it yesterday. I got up to temp. I got it up to temp like 3 times in the day. Yeah, I've been driving it. The hose hasn't popped off. It's not leaking. Coolant everywhere. If this was my car, I'm gonna tell the owner of this that he's got to look forward to putting some money aside for definitely some new radiator hoses. Those things are really old and brittle by this point, and they're just not up for the task. Like that silicone tape trick isn't gonna work forever, so I'm gonna tell him save up force some radiator hoses. Oh, I need the heat on. It's freezing. Whew. I'm definitely gonna ask him if he's had the water pump done and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna offer to do all this. I probably could. I just don't like working on BMWs, honestly. I mean, come on. They gotta make the radiator hose retarded. Other than that, I would take it straight to the dealer or someone who could do a radiator flush. Get all the, he's been putting green coolant in the BMW X5 and reading about it online. It's just like my Subaru, you can only use the factory brand, which is like blue, and you gotta dilute it with distilled water and then pour it in. He's been buying stuff off the shelf. I don't know if he's been buying the same brand or if he just buys whatever he finds, but it's just a lot of green coolant in here. It's got like phosphates in it, and that's gonna start breaking stuff down, and you just don't want it, because that leads to problems. That's water pump failing, that's radiator hoses popping, a bunch of bullshit. So I'll probably get a video when it's up to temp, and then yeah, the repair will be done, and I'm gonna go get paid tomorrow.